want to talk about our opponent. They're bigger, faster, stronger, more experienced. And on paper, they're just better. And they know it too. But I want to tell you something that they don't know. They don't know your heart.
The sleep, the surge, he catches everyone. Everybody's dying right now, team-wide. But Na'Vi players are dying. 3's dead. GG's called. GG is called. IG is your champion for International 2. They're going home with $1 million.
Welcome to the International.
And we can say welcome everybody back to your live stream from the DOTA studio. I'm Tobi1.
And I'm Waga.
And we are here for game number 1 of Na'Vi going up against DK. Man, we got to watch DK earlier today.
Oh, yeah.
And they were playing absolutely superb. Of course,
So beautiful.
they didn't have the perfect game on number 2.
No.
But they've definitely showed they got the magic. And they're going to need it. They're going up against Na'Vi right now.
Definitely. And they played, in the first game, they played so beautifully. They had a hard early game, but then just playing amazing in the team fights. So look for this game because, of course, as we saw from Na'Vi already yesterday, they have some decent team fighting too, of course. And DK already picking up OD and Treant Protector.
Yeah, that they have. Of course, guys, I apologize for the live stream dropping just before. There was an uncontrollable crash, had to reboot, and then we came back, and
Luckily, we're back now.
yeah, we're back in smooth. We didn't miss out on too much, so no need to fear. No need to fear.
And we're still here to analyze what happens as both teams now have their first 2 selected, and we will see what Burning wants to remove as his 4th ban. There's a Darkseer and a Weaver on Navi's team.
Oh, we can already assume, like, we're looking at it before, saying how many Weavers have been played. With Funnick and Havorst, they already were going to say, you can assume that it's going to be Weaver, Havorst, Funnick on the Darkseer. Bans have to be focused towards the middle lanes. They
ban out the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, they take out the Shadow Fiend. They might also be a little bit concerned too about that long lane for Funnick with a lone druid, or just having a lone druid up against OD in the middle lane. It is something that Dendy has played earlier. In fact, he played his first ever official lone druid game right here on the live stream yesterday. And maybe they're thinking the same thing could be happening again today. Because right now, DK look at this and say, Dendy shouldn't be able to win the mid. You got a Living Armor, which will be on a safe lane DK, on a safe lane Treant Protector for DK, and then you got OD, who should be in that middle lane. Who are you going to throw in there? Right now, it's like Lifesteal has already been removed, Lone Druid's been removed, and Razor will be the selection.
I was about to say, we might see exactly what people like to do against Treant Protector, though, which is going aggressive lane. Razor is an amazing hero for doing exactly that, or going mid against the OD, of course. But either way they want to roll it, they can definitely deal with this Treant OD combination now, I feel. Because even with Treant armor, if you link up on the OD mid, then you get really nice damage, and he has very low damage, and then you just outlast hit him, and that's your plan.
And you won't even have orbs at the start of the game either, so you can't get your damage out of that. It's you
First
actually
few
literally
levels,
remove all the damage.
Yeah, first few levels you're good, and you can even put 1 point into your third skill, so that every time they puts you down, he takes a little bit of damage, kills a little bit slowed. And they go for DK as well on DK.
This could be trying to mix it up now. Like, you get a DK pickup, that's a trade-off. So Razor gets picked up, you realize realized, okay, OD won't be able to do anything in that middle lane right now, so let's go DK.
It's not, no, it's...
You don't think it's a straight switch?
I don't think it's a switch, because OD, he can still do fine against Razor. It's like a pretty even matchup, and with the Treant armor, it's still like a nice lane. But if you put the Dragon Knight towards Razor, then he's gonna have a very hard time, because he's melee range, so the Link will have even longer time just draining your damage away. So I still think that this DK, it shouldn't be mid. I really don't think so.
I'm just feeling it if it's up against the Razor.
Yeah.
If they change up their lanes, then maybe, but I'm not seeing OD getting farm, and I'm seeing DK having Breathe Fire, which will allow him to get farm over a Razor, be it DPS stolen or not.
It's not so hard to get farm with OD. It's like Razor is sort of a counter, but still with the Treant armor, you're still pretty fine, I feel. Whereas a DK, sure he has to breathe fire, but he needs to really get up close and personal, get the last hit for bottle, and then already on level 3, you can farm some with the breathe fire, but it's not before level 5, level 7, where you really start easily clearing the way with it. So let's see what they're gonna do. And Puppy, he has a love for this hero, picks up the Chen.
He never has a real reason to give it up, man.
No.
Never has a reason to give it up. So stay with it. Stay with it until the end, Puppy. So we get Chen, we get Darkseer, we get Razor, we get Weaver, which means we're just missing a Kuro hero, and that'll be the last thing for DK to ban out. But they've also got to pick up their heroes right now, and they're going to go with Timbersaw again.
They play the same style that IG did, which is picking up OD, Treant, and Timbersaw. And actually, all 3 of these heroes coordinate in a very nice way together. It's not only the Treant armor for an off-lane Timbersaw, it's also the fact that when you go together later on, you have the OD aura, which is huge for Timbersaw, because he has a very high mana pool. So proccing in the first place is already good, because you get so much every time you proc, and then he has really spammable spells. Really spammable spells. So that's a nice combination between the 3 of them. They do have 3 melee heroes though against the Razor, and I'm not a big fan of that.
No, because Razor will just like stay close, and then you got Darkseer as well. Like you want to try and run yourself away from Razor, and then you got Darkseer to give Surge as well as a back in again. You're a melee here. At least you have the movement speed of a DK. So you'll be able to maybe get yourself a little bit further away, have those extra stuns. Maybe that's what's just got to come down to, like the control.
I want to
OD
see
imprisonment, DK stun, maybe the Timbersaw with the Chakram to slow down the Razor.
I want to see that Navi pick up Rubik in this case for Kurokai. He loves to play it, and against Timbersaw it's really amazing. You can do so much damage, and you can also be really ninja if you steal that Timber Chain on a level 4. So let's see what he's actually gonna pick up for the last hero. But of course, first, Burning has the choice to remove one of the options.
And Jakiro will be it.
Jakiro, so he's fearful of the combination with Darkseer. And it is true that they don't have too much to combine with the Darkseer yet, so they might want to go down that line a little bit.
I'm still feeling the Rubik. You got Treant Protector's living armor in the later portion of the game to steal, and you got big abilities from Timbersaw, DK, and OD to steal. It's Kuro.
And even Dragon Form is a very nice spell to steal. So
there it is.
Rubik.
There it is. Drink for people who are playing the game.
Yeah.
Back at home. But that one was bloody easy.
That one was really
that's like maybe a half shot, people. That's not a that's not a full.
You drink a little bit.
Like the silencer from the last game, now that's a full shot.
That is. So let's see what DK are actually gonna go into now, because they also need a second support. And there's still many options.
They need a jungler right now. They need themselves a jungler. Enchantress will be the first one that would come to mind. Maybe the Enigma will be another option. We did see that earlier today from DK.
Yeah, it's an option that they can go for, but
well, who's going to stop
Enchantress?
him? You got a Rubik too. Maybe, yeah.
Maybe even more of a laning supporter, and have the Treant control the jungle more. So they could go into something along the lines of, it's gonna be an Enchantress anyway. That's
sticking with my logic, man. They're sticking with my logic.
Yeah. I think the Enigma would be a little bit risky to go for. Enchantress is always strong in the early game, so knows that they can't be invaded by Chen. They can't really... Navi can't really go up there and just claim DK's jungle for their own. At least not in the first portion of the game. But when Chen is level 7, everything changes. And we'll see how that happens to go. But I'm going to keep my eyes on the off-lane Timbersaw mostly in this game, because with Treant armor, you can make big plays on that. And it's Burning, by the way, playing OD, so it's going to be solo mid DK against Dandy, of course.
And I'm feeling on fire today. I'm feeling on fire
Feels good.
watching these teams.
You're gonna watch the action closely. Get the first blood maybe.
Oh yeah, that's good,
yeah?
man.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
only one miss for the entire 2 days of this tournament. That was 13 hours
Oh,
straight
you gotta keep
yesterday.
that record throughout the entire TI.
I am hoping so.
That would be good.
So.
If you don't miss a single first blood until the end of TI,
You know what?
You get a cookie.
TI2, I missed one first blood.
was it that?
One first blood on the main stage. That was yeah. I was the first one too to miss it. I was the first one out
Damn
of
you,
all the
Tobi.
casters. I was the first one. But then directly after, I think AC missed one. I'm just like, damn it! Why couldn't you miss one earlier? Yeah,
Always has to be someone.
yeah.
So both teams heading down here to the Radiant jungle. Some aggressive movement by DK, but the first blood, or the first fight here, I guess DK are actually pretty strong, their combinations. But there is a Weaver with Iron Shell, and that is pretty strong level 1 fight.
Here we go. Vorst. He's keeping his distance, man. He's keeping as much of his distance as possible from ROTK. And Poppy, he just wanted to make sure that no one takes out his jungle. He already wants to rotate. You look at the starting build here. Poppy, he's obviously taking so much money for himself. He has a sentry ward and a smoke.
Yeah.
But Vorst has the extra consumables, one extra set of tangos from Poppy. The rest of it belongs to him. Kuro has observer wards, and then just one set of tangos and a clarity, so he can rotate around as well. Then you look over towards Funnick, already heading up towards the top lane. Stout shield, couple of consumables, and then Dendi. He's got both a salve as well as a tango set from Puppy.
Yeah.
So Dendi is already given a huge buff up for that middle lane.
That's the thing, and that's where you see Puppy running around. No clarity, no sentry. Oh, he has sentries, of course. Oh, he runs into the invisible Timbersaw a little bit. But what I mean is that Chen in jungle doesn't really need any consumables for himself. He just needs the smoke so he can gang. Nice D-ward immediately here by DK on the mid lane.
Because they know that's exactly what Dendi wants to do is this. Take his damage, but he needs to have the vision on the high ground to do so. Like, it's only 20 mana to do that. Every single time Super comes in close, he has to make the choice. Is it worth losing the mana, or does he just keep going with it? Like,
Yeah.
losing the DPS, sorry, not the mana.
Yeah, and the big problem for DK in mid is not gonna be that he's gonna die. It's more that the last hits are hard against the Razor.
Here we go again.
Bottom is a little bit of trade here against the Timber. Hasn't skilled up anything, so gonna go for a hook.
He might go down here.
He's gonna die, I think.
Vorst has the extra advantage. Timber Chain's too short. First blood gets built by Puppy.
It's too short. ROTK.
Man.
So, gonna run down to that bottom lane again. But that is the risk. Like, if you play too aggressive, he doesn't have a single point of experience yet. Of course, there is a push coming towards him now, so when it comes to tower, he might get enough to... he's not even gonna get level 2 from that, man. Because there's a pull by Kurokai already going.
And when that happens, it's a pull through too.
Yeah.
And it's also a pull through with Alpha Wolves. And the Alpha Wolves destroy off your creep wave very, very quickly. Even if it's just a singular pull, you'd actually destroy half of the creep wave with just the Alpha Wolves.
Yeah, Alpha was being very strong.
But Kuro still has the pull nonetheless. He tries to use Fade Bolt to get the entire creep wave through. He loses one of the range creeps. Just one of the range creeps.
There's going to be a really strong push here on the top lane soon for DK, as MMY pulled to the big camp here. He has pretty much a double pull here, a double wave.
Double status for QQQ. One of them being slightly buffed up there because it was Chen's. That Saturn was harassing Super in the middle lane, and just a quick rotation from QQQ allows him to take it.
He's like, yes, thank you, please. I'll take that.
Now you need to bring them both up and start nuking down some other camps.
And we already have... thought they might want to go in and deal some damage to a tier 1 tower here, but might actually still do so on the top lane.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all by that 75% win rate combo.
It's really strong.
Well, just the combination itself, without even knowing who you're up against, having an OD who is already known as a master of controlling lanes, and you give him living armor, so then the master of keeping people alive, this Tree Protector, who is getting levels on the top lane, that's a lot more important right now for DK. Like, OD's having a great time for his farm on the top lane, but Tree Protector has his second level now in living armor.
Yep.
So there's 5 instances of the charge.
Yeah, and it becomes more than twice as strong.
ROTK might be in a little bit of trouble here. Kuro's got telekinesis off cooldown in 1 second time, and
he seems
they're
fine.
not going to commit properly.
But yeah, as you say, being level 3 on a Treant Protector early on blocks twice as much damage and more instances, so it's really good. Also gives a little bit more HP regen. So that's gonna help out a lot. And RTK might just run into... he's gonna run all the way back down. But look at Puppy, he's trying to zone out RTK from the bottom tower.
He's successful. Problem is their top tier 1 tower. We've now got Centaurs, we've got Satyrs, and they send a Hellbear Smasher. It's an Enchantress creep, so it doesn't matter. It's going to time out anyway. So he'll just clap the creep wave and... oh, wow. Wow. Even if the tier 1 tower is going to go down, the Courier gets sniped in the middle. That didn't actually have the bottle of super on it.
That's a big loss, though, the Courier going down like that. Drodo the Drafin.
Well, now that DK doesn't have any kind of, like, ability to spam out his flame break all the time, yeah, that is a big, big problem.
Yeah, cannot bottle run. He does have a regen rune, though, so he's quite okay so far.
Well, until Denny starts stealing every single bit of damage he's got and starts attacking with his ultimate, there's going to be support rotating around for this.
PP towards top, put down.
Funny.
Comes back up, and he has level 2 in Surge. But this tower, it's going down, man.
Yeah.
It's a tier 2 as well.
It's a full army. Now, actually, maybe look at Trobben's. Funny's already bottling up. He's going to surge himself in. It's a Vorst is on the way in. Iron Shell up on him. He's coming in close on QQQ. And already the damage from the Chikuchi. Nice OD imprisonment. Vorst was just about to attack. And now Kuro moving quickly as well. Yep, they'll get a pick up. Telekinesis pick up. They'll take out the Enchantress. The heal's already wearing off. They give him living armor as well to try and help him survive. But Rubik will get the snipe out there. And they hold their tier 2 tower in the top lane. And that's the more important thing. They don't lose any more tower control.
Yeah. And that stat for Kurokai on Rubik is pretty impressive. 42-15. Played more Rubik in competitive than anyone else.
It's no surprise when he's so successful at it. His timing is normally like, it's flawless.
Yeah, he plays it really good.
Dendy can be such a dick.
Yeah, Dendy's being annoying.
He didn't actually steal a single point then. He didn't keep the tether chain for long enough.
He failed super back very nicely, so...
Should also be very, very careful with his Courier. Just sitting on the front lines, because now Super goes range for him. He's like, okay, back Courier.
He's kiting it.
Horst, actually, it's a Courier bait. Horst runs to the other side, gets the high ground. Now he can throw the Weaver bugs out if he wants to. Nah, he's just pushing Super back.
Can't really kill. If they had a static link from the start there, then maybe, but it was still on cooldown. Now it's ready again. 28 damage per pulse that it steals. So very, very...
Dendy gets lucky with the DD rune.
Does he have face boots now as well? No.
No.
Just
The Courier is basically stalking him the entire way through. He wants to use up his bottle charges and just send it straight back again.
yeah, but that's a lot of bottle charges to use when he's full mana and full HP.
He's not going to do any damage to Super when he has the living armor up on him as well. So there we go. Uses the bottle charges, leaves one on the bottle, and sends it back. I love Puppy's build too. He's like, can you please send the Courier back? He's got Arcane Boots, which he wants to pick up. He's already picked up the energy booster. He just needs the boost to go with it. Now Super, Troll Trap, not in range. You can see Puppy just basically twitching the Troll, trying to get him a little bit closer. They should be able to bring down at least the Centaur here. Should be. There we go, Plasma Field. So Denny at least will snipe that. But the tier 2 tower on the top lane, within deny range. Burning should be trying to finish this one off, but there's TP support coming in, and Funnick looking for the right timing for it.
Punch tonight.
Yeah. He faked the punch.
Fake punching. Big punch.
He actually faked the punch twice as well, and Burning thought he had it.
Burning didn't have the Treant armor right there, so he wanted to finish it fast. He could have gone in and put down the Darkseer, but he would tank more tower hits if he did. So a little bit stressed on the last hitting, and then always easier to deny for Funnick.
We've got a second energy boost now coming out. So double Arcane Boots are up for Na'Vi. Super on the run out of this middle lane, and Denny's keeping up with him a long, long time. Even throwing out the ulti now. Yeah, Denny really doesn't fear throwing this ultimate at all.
No, it's a very low cooldown and not very expensive. 100 mana to use it. So it's okay.
Still cooldown of 70 seconds. I suppose considering just how aggressive DK has been in this game, it's okay at 70 seconds.
The thing is that it's, it's a 70-second cooldown, but then you have to take into account the duration of it as well. So looking at it now, it's 50-second downtime of the ulti. It's not really the full 70 or 80-second cooldown that it has. Since you have it up for 30 seconds.
There's a Sada from Chen protecting this regeneration rune, and now Dendi.
He has face boots, so he can actually chase and maybe get the kill here. No mana on the DK. He should be going down, I think.
168, 198, 224 damage to all, and even ROTK won't want to come in for that one. And then he will still pick up the regeneration rune. Are they chasing? No. QQQ, he's back past the tier 1 tower. This is a Vorce we're talking about, but he's not being that crazy today.
Not yet.
Not yet. Give him time.
Give him time. He will dive soon enough.
Right now, Na'Vi are just playing it safe. They realize their position here in the group stage as well. Their position in the group stage is very much on the edge. You've got to get a top 4 position as a minimum kind of thing.
Yeah, to get to that winners bracket for the playoffs, it's really important.
The other big concern would also be if you end up at the bottom of the winners bracket, as in like if you qualify 4th in your group, it's very possible you'll be going up against Alliance in your first game.
Yep.
You get Na'Vi versus Alliance as a quarterfinal matchup in a winners bracket of the International, you already be basically spitting chips. But the same can also be said about all the teams playing at the International this year.
Yep.
You don't want to play up against any of the teams which can get to the top 4.
Basically, if you qualify as 4th in your group, no matter which group you're in, you're going to be up against the strongest one from the other group.
Yeah.
So you don't really want to have that.
But right now, that it could even be Fnatic with the way they've been playing of late.
Yeah, maybe they are the ones to fear.
Maybe they are. A lot of people, they underestimate. They underestimate so many teams.
Oh, missed ulti on Treant. Overestimating his range a little bit. Tried to catch out Dendi.
It is crazy. Like, if Alliance would say instantly, yeah, we'll prefer to go up against Fnatic, normally. But right now, it's... Yeah.
Not a single point of damage stolen there. Maybe we see a stun, but can't really kill Dendi here anyway.
Then he's just farming it up, man.
Yeah.
When's burning really going to have an impact? That's my question. He's building up in towards the mech right now. He basically has the buckler, but still needs another 300 for the recipe after he gets the buckler.
Lift mid, but nothing really going to come with that.
Actually, even pulling DK in closer towards Denny with that lift. It's like he thought Denny was going to do the static link, but I don't think Denny wanted anything to do with that.
Yeah,
lane.
he was already stunned up, so he couldn't really. And yeah, as you said, as soon as Denny got out of the stun, he just wanted to back out. So. And I'm not surprised that, again, a game where we see Burning topping the CS chart.
Not at all, man. Not at all. How are the guys going as well for their fantasy points? For followers of Dendi, you guys are going to have the best points so far. 2.0 up for him. Burning sitting at the 1.4.
Was not that the result after day 1 as well, when we looked at it, that Dendi had like 29 points in one day?
Yeah.
The first day of the group stage, he was ahead of Loda by 2 points, and Loda was like the second. So I believe that Loda and Dendi, so far, Fantasy's best players.
So if you have them in your team, you're looking good.
Or maybe that changed now, though. That was before today. But Dendi looking solid.
That he is, man. That he is. He's got to keep it stable, though. As I'm looking over, Havorce, he's actually having a good time. And, man, I'm kind of wishing Havorce was looking at our last couple of games from today, because he is going to go into this Lincoln Sphere build on the Weaver. His farm kind of allows him to get it at a decent time. We're still probably, though, going to be looking at the 18 to 19 minute mark at this rate. The fact he's only got his ring in 1,300 gold. He needs more. Dendi might be in a little bit of trouble. DK's done. ROTK throwing out the Chakram. And Dendi, well, he's got one charges and drum charges and Hand of God, keeping him alive. Pika, Kuro, dragging ROTK back. Dendi, he wants to stay clear of the OD ult. He's successful at doing so. In fact, there's still no kills just yet. Avos, time lapse. He got it off. Gets it off in time. They're living by a B-stick. Dendi wants back in against Super. He's got his Dragon Tail stun off cooldown, trying to catch up to Dendi again. He won't reach him in time. And a Vorce that's gone up river, and DK, they commit all 5 heroes into doing this.
You found out.
Caught in the wings. He should go down right now. Yeah, does go down. And then in comes a Vorce TD rune. Careful with that plasma field burning, taking a huge amount of damage. That last attack, Dendi. It's not enough, but now Super still here. Remember, Havorce, DD rune with a generate attack. Super, he missed uphill.
What a treant armor by MMY there. Just in the right time as the Razor attacked on the OD. Perfect timing.
In the meantime, while all that was going on the middle lane too, Puppy took the tier 1 tower on the top lane.
Yeah.
Are they going to go again? There's Invis by MMY. He might be trying to get an ultimate off right now. There's already the imprisonment from Burning, and it will be Dendi stunned up, orbed, and then destroyed. Enchantress the one to get the last hit. Vorce couldn't distract him enough, but then still got Puppy. He's solo pushing this with a Chen.
Puppy push.
He's got Sanids, he's got Trolls, the Undead Army, as well as a Centaur. And he's brought the tier 2 tower down to half of his life points.
That's all the jungle goodness pushing this lane.
Yeah, so we feel happy with that one. We did see the potential, though, of Havorst. The potential of what he could be with the DD rune. But he needs that... Well, he needs a Lincoln. So what he really needs is a BKB, because, like, what is in there that's going to stop him once he's in BKB? That's why I'm confused with the
There's always the
Lincolns.
Treant who can hold him in place. I mean,
But
that's
a
one
very
thing,
small thing, though.
yeah, but if you get time-lapse, if you have time-lapse ready, you can get out of it. But it's actually sort of big, because you can't even attack out of it. So we will see in the team fights how it goes later. And I think that a safe lane farming OD should hit a pretty early Hex on Burning. That's always going to be the danger as well. So no matter if you go BKB or Lincolns, you will be in danger. You can always proc your Lincolns with the Astro Imprisonment first, and then just Hex you as well. So we'll see. But yeah, that Treant armor was so clutch on mid lane, right as the OD was about to die.
And that's what we expect from this level of play, man. And there it is, bottom lane. RTK going to come in. He's already got his Arcane Boots up and running. Of course, we got to look for his Bloodstone timing as well, to see how long it's going to take him to reach that.
It's not a very fast Bloodstone, this game, but he did die really early as well on the off lane.
Havorst is actually getting closer and closer. I'm just waiting for the timings. That's all I'm waiting for. Like, Mech comes up and Burning, that's great, but we're going to wait for his timing on his Scythe of Vice. We're going to wait for the timing of the Bloodstone.
Yeah.
We're going to wait for Enchantress. Or actually, he's just got... She went Urn to start with. There's actually, the Mech up on OD allows her to do such a thing. And then Treant goes with a Medallion up on
I really like the high emphasis that all the Asian teams seem to be putting on the Urn. Such a good item. Like, even in this game, which is only 2 for 2, she has 2 charges on her Urn now. Of course, the first kill when you have 0 charges gives you 2. So that increases your kill potential in top lane. Burning, Sixth Sense.
You think maybe? They're a little bit late.
Yeah, Sixth Sense.
A Sixth Sense?
Yeah. And they smoked themselves now.
See who they can find. Darkseer's on the bottom lane. Not easy to kill, though. He's walking around with that full mech on Darkseer. And also almost 1,400 gold on Darkseer.
And he's quite rich, but he doesn't have boots.
Here comes Super and Burning. And now reveal Smoke. And he tried to get that back into a wall, but he'll go down. Surging up, running mech, not fast enough. So they pick off the Darkseer with the Smoke Gank. And this... Well,
Should be bottom tower.
Yeah, Na'Vi instantly realize it's going to be bottom tower, so they just move their entire forces to the middle lane and look to take the tier 1 tower in mid.
And they have a big force as well because they have the Chen, so they can actually take this tower rather fast. But I think that DK might defend it. Yeah, they already keep it in 2.
We'll keep Waga's microphone on his face. MMY comes in, goes Invis. Bottom tower goes down, and the defense is successful from DK. Living Armor, they've got to make sure they kill off this tower. Living Armor will just bring the tower straight back up again. Havorst even just showing himself a little bit more than he probably should be. While Dandy being chased by Burning. Dandy turns. He tried the static link. Burning already got the imprisonment up, and now Dandy's in trouble. Throws out the Odious. She didn't get that static link off. Dandy's already dead, however. Hand of God too late from Poppy. The vac, the wall, QQQ picked up. Throwing down, stuns up on RTK as well as Burning, and QQQ, the focus of Havorst. He wants that heal gone. Now he can focus on RTK, and successful at doing so. Seer got one, Havorst got the other, while Super and MMY both bail out.
Nice play by Poppy there, coming in with the double centaur. So important. So actually killing off, and one of those centaurs actually stole from Enchantress on the mid as he was pushing, and it has a timer on it, so it's gonna die, but it already served its purpose. That double stun was so good.
In fact, both the centaurs have it. So now one stun, look for the secondary stun, they missed it. Super too quickly into the Shadow Blade. They got the Sentry Wars down though, so they can perfectly see him. And Havorst stunned up as they come back out. He's in range of the tower. Orb hit. And now with the Meg Charge, Havorst being sent back to base, leaves his Weaver Bugs behind. And Burning wants to keep attacking. Kuro, he actually stole Living Armor. They want him to survive through this. And Dandy, that's why he's making a bit of a field here, trying to back them up. And maybe with that Centaur stop again, RTK held in position. Havorst attacking from this high ground. He actually time-lapsed himself back, I believe, after that happened. Either way, he's back here to fight. Puppy low on life, Burning. There goes Timbersaw. Straight through Puppy.
Everyone.
They've got the OD imprisonment. You're right, they've managed to catch Funnick, and Funnick, he'll go down now. Triple kill for Super. Now they mow through the Na'Vi lineup in the mid, and what a very good thing they had that Urn.
This just looks so much like the first game between Zenith and DK. Like DK having a little bit of a rough time and then just starting to play so amazingly well together. That fight was really good. And the Urn, as you said, 5 charges now. Yeah, that's a good thing to have. Very good.
It almost comes down to looking at it saying maybe they should have just left the Rubik behind.
Yeah.
Then he didn't need to go back in there to help. And even if they lost a tier 1 tower, they wouldn't have lost all those heroes, and now they lose a tier 1 and a tier 2 tower.
For sure. And Super has had such a good game as well. He's 5-0 and 3, so hasn't really been faced too much at all against laning against this Razor. He's doing really well for himself.
This is really the worst thing that could be happening for Horvorst. So I want to keep my eyes on him. That Lincoln Sphere is still not built up yet. We're 18, 19 minutes in. If they didn't have that horrendous fight in the middle lane, then it could have been very, very different for this Weaver's timing on his items. But right now, the damage dealing item won't come up for a very, very long time. Like even Timbersaw, once you got a damage dealing item, he's now walking around with a Vanguard as well as having his point booster done. There's 2200 up on the DK, so we assume the BKB is a primary target for him.
Yeah, would assume so. Interesting to see him actually finish up the Vanguard. It's not always the best of items, and you kind of want to have that Bloodstone as soon as possible, especially when you start killing the entire enemy team like this. That would have been so many Bloodstone charges for him. So, of course, he couldn't have it at that point, but having it as soon as possible, at least, is something you want.
Maybe RTK just accepts his role as forward tank, try and kill me if you can, and then Super as well as OD will do the rest of the damage.
Maybe.
And Burning didn't go straight in for the side device, didn't rush it, went like 4-star, now 1700.
Yeah, but that's a really good item as you play against the Razor. You want to have the 4 steps so you can always break the link or even force another guy if they are linked. Gonna go after the Darkseer a little bit here. Might try and kill him, but I don't think he can. Not even with force, and especially not with the Treant armor on Rubik.
It's the easiest ability to really steal for Kuro.
Oh yeah. It's
And
always gonna be the last thing that he casts pretty much.
And with a level 4 one, he should also be looking towards his bottom tower. Doesn't seem like much, but to have it at maximum life points, definitely gonna be a hell of a lot more useful. But he's keeping
or
Dendy
just
up.
mid lane being double Treant armored. Kind of want to see them both just walk up and start hitting each other and dealing 0 damage. Would be interesting.
Well, then again, if Denny starts stealing the damage, you won't care about living armor. Living armor only blocks a certain amount of damage.
Yep, that's true.
And if you have managed to steal, if you have stolen that damage from Super, he won't be able to attack at anything that'll even get through the living armor. And now Dendy, he's going to need that armor right now more than any time. Troll Trap will hold him there, but in comes the support. He's already got that link connected to Super. OD back in again. He 4-stars himself away to safety. DK, they are really, it's almost 5-man Dota. And Avorce instantly says, I don't want to play 5-man Dota. I want to farm bottom lane and have you guys play 5-man Dota.
Yep.
Which is what they're doing. They're going in for Roshan now. And Avorst, well, he needs to get over here if they're going to try and contest this. And it looks like Na'Vi have no intention of contesting Roshan.
No, it doesn't look like they can do it really. So just gonna jungle up. They seem to be walking in now, but it's way too late.
Yep.
And immediately backing.
And then instantly DK go on the aggressive. Shadow Blade up, Timber Chain up. They're getting as close as they possibly can to Na'Vi.
They saw him Shadow Blade, so no one is gonna get caught out by that one.
Yeah, nice aggressive Dire Observable on Avorst. Attacking on the tier 2 tower, and Living Arm is bringing it back up again. Avorst should be TPing out right now, but he's running as far away as possible.
He's farming mid, pushing mid, you know.
I suppose if Shikuchi's through that creep wave, he'll take out most of it.
Or almost take out some of it.
Easy experience, guaranteed 100% last hits.
Yes.
Avorst key to farming. Farm away from towers and behind them.
Yes, farm between the enemy tier 2 and tier 3. But right now, I feel that Na'Vi, they just want to finish up the BKB on Dandy so that he can't be stopped when he runs in now. Because that's the big problem they have, is that he's being CC'd so much in every single fight. And last fight did not go Na'Vi's way, so they're probably a little bit intimidated now going up against DK.
They just need time, man. They just need time. Avorst, what do you think he's going to go next? Like, is it going to be the normal straight into Desolator?
Oh wow, we have so many items flying out for DK. I'm not sure where he's going to hit, but Desolator would be good, but we have a full BKB coming in for Super. We have a 4-staff coming in for the Treant, actually.
Even
And
QQQ gets an Ogre Club.
with an Ogre Club, so a lot of key items coming in here.
And with the tier 2 tower about to go down the bottom lane, there should be no problem whatsoever. They just stole the chain. Well, no. Kill off the chain creep. Bottom tower. It's gone. They can't stop it. No one's really in position. I think Kuro was considering trying to go in for a denial, but it's just too risky.
Nah, it's high risk and not enough reward.
Especially with the 4-staff up on OD. It wouldn't take too much just to 4-staff super in closer to get a Dragon Tail stun on range.
Yeah. And we see Havost pushing out that top lane that Puppy was pushing before, but it's been healed up a little bit. It's up to 1000 HP at least, 1067. But I really want them to continue pushing something when they started it, because else the Treant is going to bring it back to full HP. Like we see the mid tower, it's not even damaged.
It's so healthy, man. And this top one will be straight back to it, as you're saying. That's going to be, yeah.
As soon as the games go a little bit more passive, like this one, because there's some big clashes, but mostly just passive position play, then Treant will always use that time to, again, he armored up once more on the top tower. He's going to use that time to heal up the towers, make sure that they're all full health P.
It shouldn't really matter that much at the end of the day, because with the lineups which are coming out from both Na'Vi as well as DK, like, if you win a team fight, you will take towers. Just like it was proved with the last team fight. DK definitely took that fight, and Na'Vi, they lost a tier 1 and a tier 2 tower in mid, and then eventually the tier 2 tower on the bottom lane. But with Na'Vi's lineup, once this Desolator is finally finished for Havost, like, Denny's got his BKB, so that's great for him. But he's also got drum charges. Darkseer, more importantly, needs this next level. He needs level 12. He needs to have this second level up in his ultimate. The team fights for Na'Vi could actually be, like, bloody amazing. But
they could be.
They could be. They could also be absolutely horrendous, and then this game is GG. If they lose one more team fight, like they did in that middle lane, then this is GG. They'll go straight in, they'll take racks and never leave.
Oh, I think that this game is really about the fights, all of it, because they need to Na'Vi need to win a big fight and then get our tower out of it. And it's really about winning the fight convincingly, as DK did when they took the tier 1 and tier 2 mid. And it gives you so much. Right now we see DK being just above 5,000 gold ahead of Na'Vi. The experience, though, is pretty even, so 2,000. So I wouldn't say that Na'Vi are even close to being eliminated from this game or anything like that, because Havost is closing up on Desolator.
Yeah. And that's going to be the big telling factor. Like, Havost is basically 2 heroes in a fight if he can time-lapse.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
But that goes for Burning too, because he has the Aegis right now. So he is going to finish up his Hex very soon, and then he's going to be really dangerous.
He's only got a minute and a half left on that Aegis.
Yeah.
DK haven't made the most out of this. They're basically going to force all 5 players straight down that bottom lane right now if they want to make the most out of that Aegis.
They took all the tier 2s, so there's not really that much more to force. They want to...
The tier 3 is basically it, but they're ready to enter the base.
It's too early to go high ground, I think, they feel. And maybe gonna look for an opening on mid here. We see Havost there, but they don't really have the spells to kill him, I think.
He's just a little bit too fast.
Away.
He might actually do enough damage to QQQ to make him worry. Lincoln Sphere triggers instantly after he pops the enchant. But Havost just runs away. And while DK are chasing him, Denny continues to farm on top lane. He's got now 1,600 gold up on him. Denny's getting bigger, man.
He is, but it's not the most... it's not the most effective of carry heroes. And of course he has Havost helping him in carrying, but against the DK and...
I kind of almost want to turn Dendy into a tank and just get Havost that Desolator and then just some other damage-dealing item.
Yeah, that's...
Make it so far DK have obviously said they want to kill Dendy. Every single time they found an opening, they've tried to kill him off.
Man, I want to see I want to see Aghanims and Refresher on the Razor. That's what I want to see.
Yeah,
full lightning mode.
You were watching highlight clips of that one before we were even starting this game.
And every single time that you see a Razor, that's what you wish that he will build. It's full lightning storm. And it's actually interesting, as I saw his stats too, is 5.71 attacks per second from that ulti if you get Refresher and Aghanim level 16. That's ridiculously fast. And of course, heroes that have to go in so hard, like DK and the Timbersaw, they melt really fast to that. But it's a lot of farm that you need. It's gonna take a long time if it goes for that build.
Bernie's about to pick up a lot of money. Ancient stack. Now going up to what looks to be a quad stack.
Yeah, but Burning is not the best at killing it off. They basically want to send DK there with level 2 ulti and just kill it. He's probably going to head over there now.
And that's to help him get to his AC. He's already got the Hyperstone up on him.
He has the Hyperstone, and we see QQQ almost has the full, actually has the full Aghanims now on Enchantress, so that's a lot more damage to coming in this next team fight. I like the damage types they have. It's pure damage from the Enchantress, pure damage from the OD, and then they have, of course, the normal splash damage from DK in his ulti form. But it's just damage that doesn't get reduced by anything.
I think the bigger thing that just happened then was the fact that Super, he almost hit level 16 from taking that Ancient.
Yeah, almost. He needs a little bit more, and Roshan is still 2.5 minutes away. But they will have the Timbersaw, 29 minutes pretty much, Bloodstone after Vanguard.
So, how long has it been since we've seen Kuro even steal a spell? I was looking around seeing how the Living Arm has been working. Obviously, not that great for his towers, considering none of them really exist anymore. But as far as DK goes, every single tower is 100%.
Look at Havost, it's like farming enemy jungle when they're there. It's like, yeah, you can't kill me.
It's an easy way to control. How are they going to kill him? He's got a full BKB and Lincoln Sphere.
He went BKB Lincoln.
Yeah.
Most annoying Weaver ever. But the damage is not enough.
Uh-huh.
He got the survivability, but Tobi at what cost?
Now they're going to delay this game by at least another 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But at the same at the same time, okay.
That gives Dendy the time to go for Aghanim's Refresher.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And he's got 2,800 gold up on him right now.
I seriously think he should, man.
I got a feeling he'll just go into mana style. That's a little bit more Dendy-ish.
Yeah, because then he can mana out of the Roof Tran ulti, which is really good.
Bingo.
So, of course, it makes a lot of sense to go for something like that, but...
OD will instantly kill off his illusions. DK will just, like, Frost Dragon it. It's... Yeah. DK are all smoked up, too. Everyone's in the mid bar one, and that's Timbersaw. Mr. 8 Bloodstone charge, man. And now coming in close, Dendy already too far out, and DK will get the stun. Can they kill him off for force? He's coming in with the DD rune back into a wall. Perfect by Funnick. They got to keep this action going though. Razor's already gone down. QQQ, who's for force? He wants Burning. He should be able to pick him up behind the tower. OD Imprisonment is wasting a force time right now while Rubik's go down. Burning, he does go down. A force with a double kill, and now he'll come back out for QQQ. Now Urn goes off, then the negative Urn to return it. The Plasma Field just a little bit too short. The Force has the damage for this one. Genuine attack. It's a triple kill for a Force for the price of Rubik. And that means now Tier 1 tower, maybe not as easy because you still got DK as well as the Timbersaw still alive. But Denny's zoning them out. And this will be at least a Tier 1 tower.
Yeah, Tier 1 tower going down. And of course, Dendy did buyback in this fight as well. So he did go down on the Razor because they put so much focus on him. He did actually not even have time to pop his BKB through that. Or at least he didn't use it. Some Bloodstone charges going the way of RTK though. And I don't think they have time to take this Tier 2.
I don't think they do either. They're basically going to get back to the other lanes. Their biggest problem right now is overextension. Like, Denny's taking a lot of damage out of Super right now, but it's not enough. Like, he steals 28 points, actually, so it's nowhere near enough. They're zoned out. They've got to go back and defend the lanes.
Yeah, they have to.
But that's okay. That just bought him more time. And Havorce, of course, we said he needs a damage healing item. Triple kill at the end of that fight, 2.8k gold.
Yeah.
Up on the Weaver.
Now he has the money to start building in towards his next item, and I still reckon that a Desolator is really effective. He could be going for something like an MKB, though, if he wants to, but...
I'll be feeling either Desolator or MKB with Deadless options. Havorce, he's under a Sentry Warp, and that's the reason why they can see him.
He's still going to play so aggressive.
Courier! It's got no movement speed, and the Gemini attack has got it. And more importantly, that's an AC recipe on that Courier.
Yeah, that's going to be delayed a lot now.
Oh, man, that's going to be so frustrating for DK. Because he was pretty close to finishing that, too.
And the BKB used by Dandy. A little bit early, I feel, but he zones them away. But now, not having BKB, they have to back out and be a little bit careful.
Just to show you, Funnick, your BKB goes in, and there's your back wall. He got 4 copies right now. They're moving up further. QQQ again, the main target of Havorce, but ROTK slowed down. Puppy nuking him down. Havorce, he's on a mega kill streak right now, but they're looking for more, and there's one. Razor picks up the Tree Protector. Burning over towards the side. He's got Havorst as well as Dendy. Right, hot on his tail and burning. One more hit. Havorst, it goes to Dendy. Double kill for him. Back over to Puppy. Puppy, who's actually man-fighting Mech. He'll drop the gem. Super, though, can't pick it up. Funnick actually grabbed it and then drags Super back in range of the gem and the rest of Na'Vi. 4 heroes for DK down. It's 11-11 now on the board, 33 minutes in.
Huge team fight going the way of Na'Vi again. So good, and they're gonna go into the Roshan. I almost feel like this Timbersaw, I think that he should die. I think they should really go in and die there when they start being caught out. If he dies, he will heal his team so much. And he would actually heal his team with 730 HP all in. It's like a super mech. Like 3 mech charges going off at once. And he could maybe have turned that fight around a little bit by going super aggressive and then using his Bloodstone Suicide. But even so, Na'Vi, with that BKB on Darkseer running in, I think that really caught them off guard.
Yeah. Well, they couldn't stop him. And again, though, like these last 2 team fights of Na'Vi, it has been at least a 4-man copy.
Yeah.
Like before that, before you're going to see a BKB
Funnick playing flawless really in these fights.
Oh yeah, and that's without a blink tag. He just surged himself in and ran it in and did it.
Yeah,
it was one of those things that when Funnick first joined up with Na'Vi, he'll be doing this with like these long lane Darkseers and just have Shiva's Guard, so he'd run in, he'd vacuum back in, pop the Shiva's Guard, throw out the wall, and the rest of Na'Vi would steamroll through it. That was his combination he just loved to do. And that kind of felt very similar to it, minus the Shiva's Guard.
Yeah. This game, of course, being 11-11 right now, but it's not that even, I would say, anymore. Now, Na'Vi, looking at the experience graph, it really shows how much that one fight
peoples of Na'Vi's roster that would describe that as a drastic change in the experience graph.
Yes. I like that little point right before the team fight.
Maybe a little bit more drastic. It just went to 7.5k.
Yes. I like that little point before the team fight where you can actually see that none of the teams gain any experience, so it's just completely level.
Vomp.
Yeah.
Vomp.
That's the time when they're posing and just looking for the team fight.
5 seconds and we get DK's AC up.
Have you seen the butterfly on Havorst?
He actually finished the full butterfly Havorst.
Yes. And they got burning.
Yep, pick him up, throw him down. Is that Chakra? It's Chakram that's been stolen by Rubik. I don't know where he's hiding that blade, but either way, Havorst pops BKB. Chikuchi up. He's got Burning and QQQ very low on life, but now he's a piglet in trouble, stunned up, and that is Havorst being Havorst. But then again, it's Havorst with an Aegis the Immortal. But DK, now with an AC, they're leaving. They are leaving that fight.
Yeah.
It's good to see DK finish up that AC. He was 150 gold away from having that AC when the courier died. 150, man.
Yeah, and if he had it in the last fight, who knows, maybe that would have changed a lot in that fight, but I don't think so with that perfect wall from Funnick. Now again poking at the tower, this time everyone alive.
Double tornadoes, picking ROTK up, throwing him down into the Chakra and back over the side as well. 4-staffed away to save. In fact, that was actually a double 4-staff to get him back. And Enchantress just steals, Chen steals, and the creep goes down either way. That Centaur doesn't even know what his owner is. But Na'Vi are definitely focusing on this tower with that Aghanim Scepter Razor Ultimate and Haste Rune on the back of Dendy. These tornadoes are not making life easy. Both the tornadoes on top of ROTK. And he keeps getting picked up and thrown around.
Yeah, so the tower does go down. Na'Vi gonna back out of that, and Dendy, he never fails. He did go into the Aghanim Scepter. Let's see if he does go for the Refresher Orb afterwards.
He should now, man. He should now. Also known as too, we've got another Heaven's Halberd coming out in support. This time it's Puppy, who finishes up with Sanjay. In fact, it's the full Heaven's Halberd. I am mistaken.
That's a lot. Like, that's a big item to pick up on the Chen in this game.
Well, see his net worth. He's only sitting at the 3rd highest net worth, and he can still pick that up.
Yeah, out of the supporters.
Enchantress is in front of him, but Enchantress has an Aghanim Scepter as well, because we have to remember the Aghanim Scepter buff up that came to Enchantress. She can deal a lot of pure damage throughout this engagement.
She can, but
just
the problem is...
space. She keeps getting focused.
It's not even only about being focused, it's about Puppy healing up so much with just the heal from Chen, and then there's the mech on Darkseer. Then there's the fact that there's BKB on Darkseer, BKB on Razor, and BKB on the Weaver. As soon as they pop all these, the pure damage from OD and from Enchantress, it doesn't work. It doesn't do anything. Your orb attacks cannot do the work. So, again, heading into the enemy jungle here. Super.
He's in trouble. He's in a lot of trouble here. BKB or not, he won't be able to escape from this. And then BKB, TP, or maybe he can. I thought there might be a troll trap coming up, but they actually have nothing that goes through match community up here.
Oh, yes, 2 of those Wild Wings, but they don't do too much this late into a game.
But with the BKB now down, there's no way DK will defend this tier 2 tower. So it's a win on one front. Living Armor, it's more of a token gesture to keep that tier 2 tower alive.
Yes, doesn't do too much there.
Are they stopping?
No, not really.
Well,
and the Aghanims does work against the buildings, so Dandy can, yeah, he puts on the Aghanims ulti.
Living Armor again, trying to save it. They got Fortification DK, and they might almost be forced to use it to weather the storm of Dendy's Lightning Storm and those Impetuses. Now you see the damage on Dendy I was thinking about.
Yeah.
He goes down to half of his life, but that BKB will stop it from happening. But Dendy doesn't want to waste this thing. He's actually been very, very reserved with his BKB. Still with 9 charges after owning it for, what was it, 15 minutes now he's owned that thing?
Yeah, at least.
And through at least 2 team fights. He didn't even use it for the first big team fight that Na'Vi won.
Dandy going into Talisman of Evasion. So he doesn't go for it, but that means even more evasion on the team. So they have Butterfly on the Weaver, now evasion on the Razor as well. Getting really hard for these right clickers of DK to deal the damage that they should.
It forced them to go Monkey King Bars. Like, but there's 3
Oh, you can't
three
go
hero
MKB.
evasion.
You can't go MKB on OD or Enchantress.
you
It's
can't.
not something that you pick up. And even on DK, you want to be tanky.
Maybe just play the percentages chance. Get a Mask of Madness up on that Enchantress and just start destroying
Just
all.
do many attacks.
Well, you can, man. You got Essence Aura to go with you, so boom, 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 boom. Slap it down.
I'm actually not sure it procs on the Imp. I guess
should.
it should.
It
I guess
should. It's a normal ability that costs mana. You use mana, it brings it back.
Yeah, but Dota is not always that logical, Toby.
Yeah, Dota should always be that logical. Let's watch for it in the next fight to see if she does actually proc.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
I guess it should work.
Can she just like farm up a neutral while being in range of the Essence Aura? Thank you. That'd be fantastic.
I'm sure that QQQ does nothing else than listen to our stream and want to please us.
Yes, he should. Yes, he should. You got to please the commentators, because then we love you back.
Another thing that's really noteworthy to mention in this game is that Havorst now with his Crystallis has not died a single time. Of course, having Lincolns and a BKB, you shouldn't die, but this is Havorst we're talking about, and he hasn't died a single time.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. He's still not winning on the fantasy point ranking, though. Super is still ahead. He's 7-1-4 on this DK with 224 CS, giving him 5.1. 5.1 ranking.
Yeah.
Burning, however, is not having a great time. He's 2-2 on that OD, so fantasy points-wise, if you have Burning in your team like myself...
Might want to kick him.
Yeah, you're in trouble. I kind of wish I had Denny back in there again. Super. Super. Thinking about getting in closer. He's very close to Kuro. And Kuro, however, with a Blink Dagger and goes into 4 staff down. And then look at that damage. 3 orbs would have been enough, but he got stunned up quickly by Chen's stun. The Centaur got in close, but now Puppy, TK, follow-up stun. And this is a big, big problem now for Na'Vi. They lost their 2 core supports. However, on the bright side, the creep wave is nowhere near them. But no, not even Rochelle. Like, Rochelle's got over 2 minutes left.
There's no bonus really to be found. And even with the creeps following them for a while there, it's kind of obvious that they will head in towards the mid lane, so no one else can get caught out. It is 2 nice kills, don't get me wrong, but they can't get anything more out of it straight. And people are going to respawn.
Well, they will.
Very nice though. DK, excellent job finding those 2 kills.
And then you see the reason also why, well, one, Greenpeace doesn't like ROTK.
Yeah,
He's
but
cleaned up the entire mid. He's just got 14 Bloodstone charges now. And, of course, the death. The gem. Actually, no, that was his. That was his gem. The gem's still over on... Puppy's gem's now over on Funnick.
yeah,
I was wondering where that gem was going to end
probably one of the better guys to carry it. They would put it on Havorst, but he needs his inventory slots.
Sorry. Razor on Razor. Razor on action. Razor. Yes.
The winner is Razor.
Because Enchantress is capable of stealing those illusions. There's also something else we should note during the team fight. Darkseer makes a wall, and he can just grab DK's Dragon Form and have it fight for them. Just to point that one out as well.
Even bigger thing is that when he grabs the DK is that he gets the Assault Cuirass armor from that team. So it's actually a really big thing getting the illusions of DK.
Yep. And then to lose it straight to the Enchantress, you don't want to have that, because Chen can't take it back.
No.
His ability works differently to Enchantress's Enchant.
Yes, Ench can take illusions, but Chen cannot.
Yep.
And Aghanim's finished up on dogs here.
By the way, how close is Razor to... not close
He's not
enough.
too close. And here we see MMY.
Falstaff. Kuro
Nice,
tried to get in
Falstaff.
close, actually. A blink dagger, and Falstaff from MMY took him away, but the Gem is still there. Pick him up. He's looking for the ultimate. Puppy, he's pretty damn close to it. Gonna hold him there. He's still got that hand of God up the sleeve, but MMY, the main focus. Kuro actually stole the ultimate of MMY, and that's buying time for Revorce to get one. Now he wants QQQ as well. Lincoln Spear will trigger. Over on the side, Funnick Wall gets a copy of Burning. QQQ still gonna go down to Revorce here. At the same time, over on West, Burning will have to buy it back. Kuro in close. He has a new thing he can now steal. RTK and Super backing up. Burning. He wants to fight, make this buyback worthwhile, but already Na'Vi have already retreated, and they're thinking about Roshan.
Yeah, this was a much bigger snipe than the last snipe that DK made on Na'Vi. Getting 3 kills, forcing a buyback, and now going into Roche. And DK doesn't want to give it up. This is hard though, only 3 alive.
Is RTK going to jump in? He's got one tree he can target without taking him smack bang in the middle of Na'Vi, and now Dendi coming closer towards Super, and he runs further away from Super because he found Burning, or I should say Kuro found Burning. Ghost Scepter keeping Burning alive, and he drops the ulti. Rubik Kuro pops instantly, Dendi straight behind it. Godlike actually for Revorce. He's still not dying in this. He's going to bring down Super. He needs more damage, however. RTK holding the line. It's not enough. Super goes down. And now the chase continues. Buyback comes from Super. MMY, he's got the ultimate available. RTK has already timber chained himself away. Do they want to continue in here? Living Armor on cooldown for 4 more seconds. And the rest of Na'Vi have backed themselves up.
Na'Vi looking so dominant in these fights. Just going in and really winning them.
It's still only 16-5 though.
It's a full Daedalus.
Courier!
Daedalus.
Get it away! Get it away!
The courier lives. Hashtag TF.
The courier lives. It's not supposed to be it. TI3 couriers die. I thought it was meant to be the hashtag on that.
This one existed before the TI3, so it's fine.
Revorce now wants that RTK and got a crit in the first hit. Welcome to Daedalus.
Yeah, and he still has 2.5k gold, so even has buyback gold.
Kuro's trying to get out to his team as fast as he can. He realizes the DK, they're not ready to fight just yet. It's another 11 seconds, 10 seconds before we see Burning come back alive again. Super and Dendi both popping up the BKB, and Super lost a decent amount of his damage right now. And with the BKB up on a force, back wall took out 2. Weaver just took out the Tree and Protector and looking for more QQQ. He's the one for Revorce. He's going to be Razor actually taking that kill. Time lapse out the damage for Revorce, and back in he goes. Straight in, Super tried to drag and tell him, but the Lincoln Spear will trigger, and RTK, look at that damage on him. Meg charge to try and keep him alive. While the rest of Na'Vi go back to the other side, Super evades the wall. Burning still here, and Roshan's not dead yet. Burning, no ulti available, but now they're going to find Funnick, orbing it down. Roshan dives already inside. No one's picked up that Aegis. Back attempted to pull Super up to the high ground, while Gem will drop down. Revorce, there's going to be a huge kill. No, it's not, because he has the Aegis of the Immortal. So they don't get the 11 kill streak of his, while Dendi diving in deeper on Burning. RTK says, get away from my carry. And Revorce wants to come back closer towards his carry. Super's in here too. They'll get rid of the bug.
And Na'Vi, to get the Roshan, get a lot of kills for this. And of course, we saw how fast OD can kill off the Weaver if he gets to hex him. But that was with Aegis. And now, of course, he has 4,000 gold again. Seems like there's just an endless stream of money coming towards Revorce in this game.
And all he needs right now is a heart, and he'll probably be safe as Larry. But does he even want to get that?
I don't think he will. It's Revorce we're talking about. Probably more damage, like an MKB on top of all this.
Monkey King Bar wouldn't be a bad choice. I would personally go with the Rapier.
Personally? Well, having Lincolns and BKB, you could do it, but you see how dangerous the Hex is, so probably not going to be the case. And as you said, he might go for just HP and then dive even further.
Well, the heart will be the next logical choice. He's still got some really decent damage.
And that ward is going to get killed immediately. As we're watching the tree planted.
It was rather hopeful that MMY would keep that ward up. You could even see him like forced off away instantly, realizing he'll be chased. At least there's still Bloodstone
Weaver.
charges in ROTK, and maybe you might lose some of them. Revorce wants to chase it, but Timbersaw, very difficult hero to track down. Just gets himself away to safety, Timbersaw. And what we got with this courier? Shiva's Guard coming for ROTK. And I think now that's actually, yeah, full Shiva's Guard completed now for the Timbersaw. It's going to help him during the team fights. Just a little bit more now.
Yeah. A little bit more armor, a little bit more with the minus attack speed as well. But that DD rune on Weaver, I don't think that he cares right now.
One hit creeps.
Oh, that vacuum. So good vacuum. Super was keeping away and got vaxxed, but they don't see where he went. Of course, the gem is still on Horst.
And Horst is checking the corners. So how does Super get himself out of this one?
He doesn't have a TP scroll. He has to run all the way back. But he has to wait for his next Shadow Blade. And there was Puppy used his dust trying to predict the movement. Not really successful.
Super's got to come out here sometime. He actually waits the perfect time for the creep wave to pass. That's a big creep wave coming in the bottom lane too. He's going to be ready to fight. And he'll get past the Wild Wind without getting spotted. He's 1,000 gold away from having the Monkey King bar. And he really, he needs to buy out for that too. He needs to have that Monkey King bar up. With the 3 heroes evading him, they need to have that direct hit.
Yeah, he can't always rely on going in with the Hex, because that's only during a very short period of the team fights. And we see really long team fights in this game. So, yeah, he needs the MKB.
Rubik's back on the living armor again.
Yes.
Anybody you want. Even is he keeping his tier 3 towers? Oh, Koro slacking. Tier 3 towers on top and bottom, slightly injured.
Horrible tower management.
Yep. Koro, more. I expect more.
Worst Rubik.
Worst Rubik 2013.
Yes.
Currently ranked as the highest Rubik win rate. Worst Rubik, Koro. Worst Rubik. Maybe worst Treant Protector, but great Rubik.
Maybe.
He just lost it anyway. So, we now hit 15 minutes into this game. It's still not over, man. I'm still having flashbacks to what DK did earlier today.
Yeah.
It's
DK...
like, you're 12,000 gold behind. Your experience was about 16,000, but they're slowly moving it back.
DK they know how to play from like a disadvantage, but against Na'Vi with this big of a disadvantage, it's gonna be really hard. If Dandy also gets up a butterfly, then he's suddenly really strong as a carry as well. So, I don't know, man. And there's a relic on Horst. Just saying. Just saying.
Pick up, throw down, Super. Imprisoned before he hits the deck. And now with the Chakram, of course, I don't want to get in too close on this one. He actually went to the telekinesis drag spot then. But he gets back up to the high ground and out to safety. That Na'Vi Courier is not picking up the Demon Edge. Monkey King buff fully purchased up now for DK, and at exactly the right time. They can repel this from the high ground. ROTK plus like the orb damage, QQQ from the high ground with impetuses, living armor. DK have got the skills to pay the bills here. They can hold the line. Their only issue is if Na'Vi just siege them up and just starve them of all resources they can pull out from the jungle, aka money.
That's the thing. Like, Na'Vi can control both jungles and get more farm, and then if DK ever leaves, then they can kill them. But DK are really good when they move out for kills, and we see that when they look for a kill, they usually find one. But in this scenario, it's just so far pushed back, it's really hard, and you don't have a lot of windows to really go for kills.
Horst. I'm watching him move. He's moving there, man. He's moving there. Rapier.
Go buy it.
Give me a rapier.
That would actually be the first one that we get to see.
It will be. I don't know if it's actually the first rapier in the entire tournament. I know there was a long game for Alliance before.
I sort of doubt that it would be the first one in the entire tournament. So many games.
Statman would like to hear right now how many rapiers have been purchased throughout the tournament, and who were the people that purchased them?
Yes.
There we go. Challenge. Challenge to be accepted. Dendy is picking up that full butterfly now.
With the group stage being so important, though, it actually might be 0 so far. I'm not sure, but
I was actually thinking that as far as this entire competition goes, no one would be crazy enough to actually pick up a rapier. You risk so much.
Come on, he's gonna do it.
Yeah, Horst is the only one who is nuts enough.
Or actually, we might see him go for something like a super basher and just run in and stun people.
No rapiers, not a single rapier
Come on,
purchase.
you could be the first one. Horst!
History in the making. He's already doing 950 crits.
That courier is thinking about it. Look at it sitting there. It's actually
the butterfly
Dendy's.
for Dendy.
Yeah. But come on, you gotta do the You gotta buy 2 items at once. You
It'll
can't
be
send like
ballsy,
this.
man. If he dies and just throws it, it'll be like, yeah, well...
People would just be like, it's Havors. We expected it.
What was that quote from Dandy during the TI2 documentary? Well, Havors. Like, he goes in, he dies, he throws some games, but it's Havors.
It's okay, it's Havors.
It's okay.
Well, what was the tweet from Havors earlier? He was like, you disappointed me, Dandy, after the one-on-one tournament. Look at his gold, man. He could almost buy... he buys the Super Bash. Yeah. Sell it. Damn you.
Real men go rapier. Real men go rapier.
Now he runs in and buys it anyway.
He can buy both. He can buy both.
We're hopeful still.
It's not going to
Damn
happen.
it.
Puppy would murder him if he did. Puppy would murder him if he did.
Puppy would probably slay him, and we would have to have a reshuffle on Navi's squad during the TI. Because he would not wait. He would kill him on spot if they lost this one.
Something to show right now, Funnick. Also, Perseverance. So we're seeing Refresher Orb for Funnick. Puppy is on his way. In fact, he's sitting just over 800 gold away from having a full Aghanim Scepter. Havors is basically now maxed out. The only thing he would possibly sell is, well, Power Treads to go BTs. And then he's... Well, no, you don't have to do that. You just buy back in time lapse.
Yes,
you're fine.
Exactly.
And then just go in for maybe changing it to BKB.
Exactly. But using this Abyssal Blade, he can actually kill people a lot easier now. Having a stun is kind of funny on him.
And it's the stun that goes through that BKB of Super.
I'm gonna not look so much for the Abyssal Blade though. I'm gonna look for the Bash. That's the big play. And random vacuum there, trying to find someone.
They thought maybe there was a trap being prepared maybe by ROTK or someone. Either way, it's not happening. Look at Burning's money too. He's on 5,500 gold.
Yeah, he's really rich, but he hasn't really put it to use, and he needs to before the push comes in. Sure, having buyback is good, but maybe he's going for like a full refresher or something. Not sure what he wants to go for.
Money, 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 money.
Everyone getting very rich in this game.
I wouldn't be surprised if we even just wait until we hit like maybe 70 minutes before someone enters inside the base. Because everyone's like, well, I can get 6 slotted.
Yeah.
And then if our entire team is 6 slotted, how can we lose?
Puppy suddenly realizing, I could have it all.
Well, DK loved this. Like, this is buying time. Super now has Frost Dragon, Monkey King Bar, and a Crystallis to boot. So he's got a crit possibility when he throws out his Frost Dragon attacks. Yeah. And then you've still got Enchantress, who's got Aghanims and Ghost Scepter, so attacking her is not as easy. MMY is even still walking around with his old stuff.
Old stuff, yes. He doesn't really have an item progression.
It's
going to be a refresher for the OD.
For Burning. Oy.
So he can throw the double ulti now, and it hurts quite a bit.
Smoke movement. Look, there's just, like, someone wants to instantly come up. That's Burning, who's saying we should loop up and come towards the mid lane. Someone else drew a line to come back in and get Roshan, because he spawns. Okay, this is your moment.
They want to go from beneath.
This is your moment right now. DK, don't attack the creep wave. Get yourself hidden from this one. They could loop around the back of Na'Vi and catch them completely off guard right now. And they're going the long way. They're following Burning's path.
It's Burning's path.
Super's the one in front. And Na'Vi are expecting them to be coming down from up in their secret shop. But DK, they're in behind. And Burning, forced up in OD ulti. There's a lot of people grouped up right now. And Funnick, BKB, back, wall. He catches 3. They're all coming up now, Na'Vi. But 2 BKBs already been popped off. Super losing a lot of damage. And they're splitting themselves up. They want to draw this out, but they've already lost the DK, who is not buying back. Then goes another one. Havors just rolling through with a double kill. And Funnick wants to keep chasing. Havors actually with a triple kill. There's 2 more left to go. One pickup. Burning, drop down, Centaur, and Burning. Is it going to be? It's going to be Funnick to take the other kill. MMY will go down. Chem will take that one. And DK may just call the GG right now.
That was a completely clean team fight. Like,
perfect.
They did not
there
lose
it is.
any HP on any hero at all. There was no way DK could fight it. The entire Na'Vi was standing really well on the high ground there. Had the Darkseid in front. He popped BKB and just laid down the back wall. There was no way that DK could do anything there.
It kind of seemed weird for DK in that position, though. Like, I can understand what they were trying to do. When Darkseid came in, he did the back, the 2 BKBs popped, and instantly DK probably thought, if we retreat far enough into the Radiant jungle, we can fight an outturn.
We can turn it, yes.
But what happened is they split into 2.
Yeah.
Like we had 2 go west and we had 3 go east and just split themselves up. And then Na'Vi said, well, okay, we have the power of farm as well as these wonderful things called like Abyssal Blaze and lockdowns. It shouldn't be too difficult to pick him up. And that's exactly what they did. And then they found like an OD who's trying to retreat out. They can control him. It was just one after next after next. It was Duck Hunt all over again.
Yeah. It was really sad for him. The fact that they split up, as you say, because that meant they could not turn the fight with the OD laying down double ulti or something like that. The only chance the OD had for double ulti was when he was the last one alive.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's nothing he can do.
Yeah.
Those BKBs on Na'Vi really making such a big difference there as well.
All right, guys, we're going to go a very, very short break and come back here. Game number 2 of Na'Vi versus DK will be coming up next. Following these matches, you can always check out the details over on joindota.com. We've got the entire group stage schedule for all of the live streams, which are going out live and upcoming box over on your top side is your help. And as far as what's coming up for the rest of the day on this live stream, Invictus Gaming will be coming up next on the live stream after the last game here from Na'Vi versus DK. IG versus Orange, Fnatic EU going up against DK. That should be a cracker. And then Orange to go up against Rattlesnake, our last game of this second day of the group stages. All coming your way here on the live stream. We'll see you shortly.